going forward, I'm going to be doing hip hop reviews on songs or albums. I'm going to be taking suggestions from people if you want to see me review a certain album from the past or one that's going to come out in the future. Let me know if you got a song that you really think that you'd enjoy watching me react to that I might not have heard before, or even something I've heard before. Um, Feel free to comment. Let me know. Get a hold of me on Facebook, wherever wherever I know you from. Um, I'm just expecting this to be mainly friends right now, obviously, until I build up a bigger following, and then I'm gonna have other people, but I'm gonna still have take suggestions and all that. Um, right now, my first review that I'm gonna be doing is Boogie, his album "Everything's for Sale." Um, that came out. This will be Saturday. This came out on Friday. This came out yesterday. I've been listening to it since midnight. Went to work and listened to it there. Listened to it in the whip, everything like that. Um, so it clocks in at about 38 minutes, which is pretty short for a full length album, especially someone's first album. But I don't think the songs. I don't think the album. Uh, I don't think the album it took away from the album at all. I actually think it helped a lot of the songs. I don't think they needed to go further than what they did. Some of the songs like Soho with Jid, even with the feature, was just over 2 minutes. Um, that honestly, that was probably one of the weaker tracks for me. I think it's just because that was the one of the songs that actually did suffer from the lack of length. Um, some of my favorites on there. Let's just run down the list. Tired slash reflection. I thought that was an excellent intro for an album. Um, the second song, Silent Ride Home, that was the second single, I believe. Yeah, the second single. The first being Self Destruction, which I thought that song was very dope. That made me look forward to the album. I think they got released about 4 months ago. He just released Silent Ride a few weeks ago. Um, the next song, the third song, Swap Meet, um, that's something that shows off Boogie's singing. He really does really good throughout this whole album, creating melodies that get stuck in your head, creating melodies that you feel, and you can feel the pain in his voice in a lot of these songs. And I think that's one of his strong suits. Um, Swap Me, yeah, I can definitely see myself singing that to my girl or something. You know what I mean? Um, the fourth song, LOL SMH. It says it's an interlude, but ironically, it's the longest song on the entire album. I believe it's about 4.5 minutes long. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed that track. Talking about masking your emotions or masking what the real problem is through social media, through emojis and bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Um, the next song we see, which is the fifth song, is Skydive. It's part one of two. This version of Skydive, I really enjoyed this version, but the second version definitely takes the cake. But yeah, that version I definitely enjoyed. The next song, the seventh song, be Soho. I already talked about that. Um, uh, Live 95. That song is definitely a song that's great to cruise to. I can picture myself driving down the highway to that song and bumping that shit on repeat. Um, the eighth song that we have is "Rainy Days." That features Eminem, and my God, does Eminem fucking snap on this song? Uh, Breaking news. I know this is gonna be a hot take, but Eminem's really good at rapping, guys. I don't think I'm telling you guys anything you guys don't know. But he just constantly proves it time and time again. And I definitely felt Boogie felt the pressure to hold his own with M, and I definitely think he did. Um, and that song, that chorus is definitely something on my rainy days that I'm gonna have to thug it out to. I'm gonna have to bump that shit on repeat just to get through the day. Uh, so I love that joint. Uh, the next song, the ninth song, is Skydive Part Two, which I've been waiting for this. Excuse me. I've been waiting for the full version of this song since it was in the Self Destruction video, which came out about 4 months ago. it was at the tail end of that song, and just that snippet made me eager to listen to the full length song. And we finally got it here with Skydive Part 2. And it features Black, which his vocals on there completely set it off. Uh, by far my favorite track. I've been listening to it on repeat. Actually, just before I decided to record this, that's what I was listening to. Um, the next song, "Whose Fault," that song is just him battling, in his head about relationships and basically playing the blame game. You know what I mean? And that's definitely one of his stronger tracks. Like I said, Boogie's very good at just being raw and very unapologetic in his lyrics. I think he knows who he is, and I feel like he's comfortable with who he is. I feel like he's comfortable letting the world know that he goes through shit, and sometimes he's a piece of shit, but we all are. We have our ups and downs, but Boogie certainly doesn't shy away from it. Um, the next song, "No Warning." One thing I also forgot to mention throughout this whole thing, but definitely it's more prevalent in a song like this, is the production throughout this whole thing. I don't know how many tracks, but a majority of the tracks were produced by the guy named Keyel. That's Keyel, and a guy named Dart as well. I see on the production credits a lot. They did an amazing job of lacing this whole thing with terrific instrumentals for Boogie to put his vocals over, and I think they complemented each other very well. Boogie's raw and unapologetic lyrics over these type of beats that are just haunting and eerie at times definitely makes it stick with you. Like especially in the song like "No Warning," it's very very. I got chills listening to it almost. You know what I mean? Just because it was so haunting. Self Destruction, that was the lead single. That was the first single that he dropped. Um, Ignorant shit. You know what I mean? This is some shit if you just want to turn up to and get ignorant to. This is the perfect song. Every album's got to have that shit. You know what I mean? I feel like it did its job. And then the outro is a song called "Time." I forgot who the feature is. Terrific vocals by her as well. Shout out to her. Um, yeah, and it's just a song about taking your time with your woman and time spent, time wasted. You know what I mean? And it's a very the vibe of that song. I believe it's produced by Kyle as well. Very, I feel like a lot of girls are gonna listen to this song and put their makeup on in the mirror and feel sexy to this type of song. So something for the ladies at the end. Um, I also forgot to mention a few days before he released the album, I believe on Wednesday, maybe the Tuesday before he dropped the album, he released this little short film with all of the songs in it. Not the whole songs, but or all of the songs or the whole songs, but snippets of each. Um, I thought that was a great way of building anticipation for it. The Shady team does an excellent job of creatively marketing their artists, creatively marketing projects that are about to come out, and building anticipation the right way. Um, so to close it up, to wrap it up, my least favorite song on this project is definitely Soho. And I think that could have benefited from maybe another Boogie verse, maybe another Jid verse, maybe a third verse of them going back and forth, maybe a third feature, just something that would have made it feel like a full song. It just felt like an appetizer. I wanted a fucking steak, you know what I mean? Especially with Jid on the track. But my favorite tracks, Skydive Part 2 by far. I feel like I'm going to be bumping that for years to come. That's one of my favorite songs in a long time. And I don't think that's just me being a prisoner of the moment. Um, Rainy days, when I'm having bad days and I just need to thug it out, that's the shit I'm going to be playing. Um, if I really want to reflect and I really want to, I'm having a reflectful day, the intro, Tired/Reflection, that's the perfect song. So I feel like this album has something for everybody, whether, it's female, whether you're trying to thug it out, whether you're cruising on the highway, whether you're in your feelings. This song's got something for everybody. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like a scale going forward, like a 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 or 5 mics, whatever. Um, Sometimes I feel like that's a douchey. Sometimes it's dope. But if I had to rate this album for my first video out of 5, I'd probably give this a solid 4 at least. And that's only one full day of me letting it digest. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna say 4 out of 5. Um, Check back with me. I'm gonna be posting this shit on. I'm gonna at least be posting the link to other places so you guys can come check out this video. Come watch me ramble. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be mainly doing these videos on Twitch for the foreseeable future until I get a computer and a nice setup so I can actually, maybe upload to YouTube and actually edit videos and make them look better. Because right now I'm just working with what I got. So thank you if you're watching this. Support this shit. Share it to people. Comment wherever. Hit me up personally. I don't care. Let me know songs you want me to review, albums you want me to review, old, new. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I just wanted to get this shit started. Boogie, everything for sale. Timmy Two Dope. Peace.